For calling out my roommate's shady side hustle? I never thought I'd be the one to expose someone in our shared apartment on Reddit. But when I saw the way she was exploiting her tenants, I knew I had to say something. It started with a simple request. My roommate, Sarah, asked if I could watch her place while she went on a business trip. She said it would be just for a few days and that she'd leave the keys under the mat. I agreed, thinking it was a favor between friends. The air in the apartment felt different than usual, heavier, almost suffocating, as though the walls themselves were holding their breath. But when I got there, something didn't feel right. The apartment was spotless, but there were strange symbols drawn on the walls in what looked like permanent marker. And the fridge was full of expired food that smelled terrible. My stomach twisted at the sight of it. I took some pictures and sent them to Sarah, asking if this was normal. The silence that followed felt louder than any noise. She responded with a message that made my blood run cold. Don't worry about it. Just make sure the place is clean when I get back. Her words carried an edge, like she was trying to brush aside something far more sinister than just a few expired groceries. That's when I realized she wasn't just renting out her apartment, she was using it as a front for something illegal. My hands trembled as I scrolled through the pictures again, my mind racing with possibilities. I confronted her, but she got defensive and told me to stop prying. When I refused, she threatened to kick me out if I didn't leave immediately. I left that day with more questions than answers. But the next morning, I found an anonymous message on my phone. You're not the only one who knows what's going on here. The words echoed in my head as I stared at the screen, my heart pounding like a war drum. The message was from a tenant in one of Sarah's other properties. He said she was using her apartments as fronts for human trafficking operations. And he had evidence. My breath caught in my throat as I read his words, the weight of the situation crashing down on me like a tidal wave. I didn't know what to do. I could either stay silent and let this continue, or I could take the risk and expose her online. In the end, I chose the latter. I posted everything I knew on Reddit and waited for the fallout. The keyboard clacked beneath my fingers as I typed each word, my hand shaking with a mix of fear and determination. The response was immediate. Within hours, Sarah's entire network of tenants had been alerted to what she was doing. The police were called, and her operations were shut down within a week. But the damage was already done, her reputation was ruined, and several people lost their homes in the process. I still don't know if I did the right thing. But at least now, no one else has to suffer because of what she was doing. The weight of my decision settled over me like a shroud, but I knew I had made the only choice I could live with. Comment your take.